Okay, now we have to discuss about some questions with respect to residential status of individual. First of all, we may discuss about a question with respect to assessment year 2019-2020. Please look at the PPT. Here, the question number 1. I may read the question. Here, Mr. Rajesh, a Japan citizen, resides in India during the previous year 2018-2019 for 88 days. Determine its residential status for previous year 2018-2019, assuming its stay in India during the last few previous years are as follows. Please look at the table. Please look at the PPT. Please look at the table. Please look at the number of days he has stayed for India. I may read some of them. In 2007, 2008, 112. In 2008, 2009, 38 days. During 2009, 2010, 117. Likewise, in 2010, 2011, 125 days he has stayed in India. In 2011, 2012, only 80 days. During 2012, 2013, 137 days. During 2013, 2014, 285. During 2014, 2015, 310. During 2015, 2016, 140. During 2016, 2017, 185. Likewise, during 2017, 2018, 10, and 2018, 2019, 88 days. Okay. Now, the question is over. Now, please find out its residential status. Okay. During the previous year, 2018-19, Mr. Rajesh was in India for 88 days, and during 4 years immediately preceding the relevant previous years, he was in India for 645 days. Please look at the table. The relevant previous years preceding the previous year, the relevant previous years, the relevant 4 previous years preceding the previous years were 2017, 2018, 2016, 2017, 2015, 2016, 2014, 2015. Okay. Number of days spent in India, 10, 185, 140, 310. That means total of 645. Mr. Rajesh was in India for 88 days and during 4 years immediately preceding the previous year, he was in India for 645 days. That means Mr. Rajesh can satisfy the second basic condition. Okay. Here he satisfies one of the conditions under section 6(1) of the Income Tax Act 1961, and consequently he becomes resident in India in the previous year 2018-2019. Further, to determine whether Rajesh is an ordinarily resident or not, he needs to satisfy both conditions laid down under section 6(6) of the Income Tax Act 1961. Here, Mr. Rajesh is resident. Now we want to find out whether Mr. Rajesh is an ordinarily resident or not. To become an ordinary resident, Mr. Rajesh has to satisfy both additional conditions under section 6(6) of the Income Tax Act 1961. Okay. Now we have to find out that. Please look at the table. Here, the relevant previous years preceding the previous year, 2018, 2019 were 2017, 2018, 2016, 2017, 2015, 2016, 2014, 2015, then 2013, 2014, 2012, 2013, 2011, 2012, 2010, 2011, 2009, 2010, and 2008, 2009. Okay. Then number of days presence in India in days, 10, 185, 140, 310, 285, 137, 80, 125, 117, then 38. Then whether he is resident or non-resident. To become resident, one person has to satisfy either basic condition 1 or basic condition 2. Please remember it. Okay. Then as per the basic conditions of Income Tax Act 1961, Mr. Rajesh is resident in India. Sorry, Mr. Rajesh is non-resident in India in the year 2017-2018, but he was a resident during the previous years 2016, 2017, 2015, 2016, 2014, 2015, 2013, 2014, 2012, 2013, 2011, 2012, etc. Okay. Now we have to find out total number of days. Aggregate number, cumulative number of days. We have to find out cumulative number of days. First 10, then 10 plus 185, 195, then 195 plus 140, 335, likewise 645, 910, 1067, 1143, etc. Okay. Then, okay, condition 1 of section 6.6 of Income Tax Act 1961 requires that an individual should be resident in India for at least 2 out of 10 years preceding the relevant previous year. Here, in this question, Mr. Rajesh is resident 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. Rajesh is resident 5 out of 10 years immediately preceding the previous year. That means Mr. Rajesh can satisfy additional condition number 1. Okay. Now we have to find out Mr. Rajesh, whether Mr. Rajesh can satisfy additional condition number 2. Okay. Condition 2 of section 6.6 of Income Tax Act requires that an individual should be present in India for at least 730 days during 7 years preceding the relevant previous year. Here, Mr. Rajesh was in India for 1,000. Please look at the PPT. 1,143 days. 1,143 days during 2011, 2012 to 2017, 2018. That means Mr. Rajesh can satisfy additional condition number 2. Here, Mr. Rajesh satisfies basic condition number 2, and Mr. Rajesh can satisfy both additional conditions. That means Mr. Rajesh is a resident and ordinary resident for the previous year 2018-2019. That means for the assessment year 2019-2020. Okay. Now we have to solve question number 2. That means assessment year 2020-2021. That means not related with the COVID. Okay. Not related with the quarantine or COVID. Okay. First of all, we may solve a question with respect to assessment year 2020-2021 in no way related with the quarantine or COVID, etc. Okay. Then question number 1. Here, sorry, question number 2. Question number 1 has already discussed. Now, question number 2. Question number 1 is over. Now we have to discuss question number 2. Okay. Rajesh, a Japan citizen, resides in India during the previous year 2019-2020 for 88 days. Determine his residential status for previous year 2019-2020. Assuming he stayed in India during the last few years are as follows. Please look at the PPT and please understand number of days Mr. Rajesh was in India. Okay. Now we have to find out his residential status. During the previous year 2019-2020, Rajesh was in India for 88 days, and during 4 years immediately preceding the previous year, he was in India a total of 423 days. That means here in this question, Mr. Rajesh can satisfy the basic condition number 2. Okay, Mr. Rajesh can satisfy the basic condition number 2. Yeah, thus he satisfies one of the conditions under section 6.1, and consequently he becomes resident in India in the previous year 2019-2020. Okay. Further, to find out whether Mr. Rajesh, not X, whether Mr. Rajesh is an ordinary resident or not, he needs to satisfy both conditions laid down under section 6.6 of Income Tax Act. Okay, that means he has to satisfy both the additional condition. If he satisfies both the additional conditions, his residential status will be ordinarily resident in India during the previous year, 2019-2020. Okay. Then please look at the PPT. Please look at the table. Now we want to check whether Mr. Rajesh can satisfy both the additional conditions. The relevant previous years immediately preceding the previous year, 2019, 2020, or 2018, 2019, 2017, 2018, 2016, 2017, 2015, 2016, then 2014, 2015, 2013, 2014, then 2012, 2013, 2011, 2012, 2010, 2011, 2009, 2010. Presence in India, number of days, 88, 10, 185, 140, 310, 285, 137, 80, 125, 117. Then resident or non-resident. First, 2018, 2019, US resident, then again resident, again resident, again resident, again resident, again resident, again resident. That is enough. Okay. Condition number 1, Mr. Rajesh can satisfy additional condition number 1. Condition number 1 of section 6.6 requires that individual should be resident in India for at least 2 out of 10 years preceding the relevant previous year. Here, Mr. Rajesh was resident in India 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Mr. Rajesh was resident in India for 7 out of 10 years immediately preceding the previous year. Thus, he satisfies first condition. Then, second condition. Condition 2 of section 6.6 requires that individual should be present in India for at least 730 days during 7 years preceding to relevant previous year. Here, Mr. Rajesh was in India for 1,155. Here, Mr. Rajesh was in India for 1,155 days during 2012-13 to 2018-19. That means he can satisfy the additional condition number 2. Here, Mr. Rajesh satisfies basic condition number 2 and he can satisfy both the additional condition. That means he is resident and ordinary resident in India for the previous year, 2019-2020. That means in the assessment year, 2020-2021. Okay. Then please wait for another video. Thank you.